Welcome back to Dear Girl with Alice. This week's yoga pose challenge is bridge pose, a posture that stretches the chest, neck, and spine, stimulates the thyroid gland, and enhances hip flexibility. Learn a new yoga pose every Tuesday by subscribing. You're supporting the channel. Last week we focused on forward fold, rounding our backs, and today we're moving on to bridge pose, arching our backs. I'm Alice, and I'm so excited to guide you through this practice. Let's start by sitting on our mats. You may also sit on your heels or cross-legged. Breathe. Deep inhales. Deep exhales. Let's now lay on our backs and bend the knees. Let's keep feet hip distance apart, arms by our side. We're going to be raising our hips gently, inhaling as you raise the hips. And you're going to exhale as you come back down. For now, let's stay raised. Continue to breathe here. Try not to move your neck. Slowly come back down. Come back up, one vertebrae at a time. You may clasp your hands, try to bring your shoulders underneath you, and breathe. We'll now cross our left leg over our right. The left leg is bent, and the shin is directly above the right knee. Breathe here. Keep your head straight. Bring the left leg back down. Bring the right leg over the left. The foot or the shin is directly above your left ankle. And breathe. Stand on the balls of your feet. Then lift one leg, followed by the other. You'll alternate between the legs, maintaining your balance on the balls of your feet. So again, go on the balls of your feet, the left foot and the right foot. Again, left foot and the right foot. See how that feels on your lower back. At any given point, if you have any pins and needles in your lower back, come back down for a rest. This can be a lot for people who are not used to this pose. Lower back down, one vertebrae at a time. Breathe. Shake out those hips. Lift your hips again, and this time place your hands on your glutes. Avoid the lower back. Once you're steady, we're going to be lifting the left leg and then the right. So again, lift your left leg, point your toes. And as you bring the foot down, you'll flex the toes. For now, keep your left leg raised. Breathe here. As you bring the leg down, flex. As you bring it up, point. Flex. Point. Continue to breathe. We're doing a little bit of Pilates here. You're breathing on the inhale as you raise, and you're breathing out on the exhale as you lower your leg. Stand on your balls of your toes. Now with the right leg, point up. The leg is directly above you. It could also be a little slightly forward. Bring it down, flexing those toes. Bring it back up. Point the toes. Make sure those hips are raised. Those hands are sturdy at your hip bone. On your glutes, not on your lower back. Breathe. Continue to do so here. Stand on the balls of your feet. You can bring the block below your glutes and relax here. Breathe. Let your body rest on the block. Again, make sure it's not placed on the lower back and relax here. This is a nice restorative pose. You could keep the block adjusted to whatever height you like. Whatever's comfortable here. Remove the block and come down to the mat. Breathe, relax. Lift your hips once more, and we're going to be doing some hip pumps. So raise that left leg. Raise and lower your hips slightly, focusing on controlled movements, up and down, up and down, up and down. Bring that left leg down. Raise the right leg. Point the toes up and down, up and down. Move those hips up and down gently. Bring that leg down. Breathe. Come down slowly. Now grab your ankles if you can and lift your hips once more. Ideally, we want to have the knees bend 90 degrees, which requires more flexibility in the back and torso. If we just open up that chest more, I can't even get it to 90 degrees yet. But for those of you who are super bendy, try to raise your hips as much as possible, ensuring that 90-degree angle in your legs. Come back down. Okay, rotate those hips, just move them side to side. Raise your hips. We're going to bring left leg and down, up and down. When you bring it up, point the toes. When you bring your leg down, flex the toes. Continue to raise those hips. Make sure they're as high as possible. Okay, bring that leg down. Now raise your right leg. Point, flex, point, flex. Breathe here. Okay. Point your toes upward and as your leg lifts, and downward as your leg lowers. Bring your hips down. Breathe. Okay, we're going to bring the block to your glutes once more. Just to whatever's comfortable. You got it. Now raise your legs straight up, as straight above you as you can. Flex those toes, point them, bend the knees. Bring the feet back down. Relax. Adjust the height of the blocks and relax for a few breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Continue to breathe here on your own. Move the block to the side. And we're going to do a few chest openers. So we'll place our hands behind us. Open up that chest, keep those knees bent. We're raising our hips. Our head drops, and we're going to bring our legs to the sky. So let's begin with our left leg. Point your toes, raise that leg, extend it in front of you, bring it back down. Let's do it with our right leg. Point the toes, raise your leg, extend, bring it back down. The legs don't have to be directly above you. It could just be a little bit in front of you, as long as the leg is extended. Come back down. Alrighty, we had enough here. Cross those legs, and we're going to transition into child's pose for a quick rest. Place your hands beside you, ensuring your knees are wide apart. Okay, adjust yourself. You could also do your own variation of child's pose here. Make sure your forehead is resting on the mat. Relax here as we wind down. Breathe. When you're ready, rise up and bring your knees together. You can place a block between your heels and sit on it, ensuring that the block supports your sit bones. You may close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. You did great today. What a wonderful practice. Bring your hands together in prayer position. Namaste, and see you next Tuesday.